So, PlayStation wants to take away physical discs for their video games, and obviously as a big physical media collector, I have some thoughts. I don't want to just like bitch and moan. I want to just kind of tell you guys where I'm at in terms of me personally as a consumer. So going back to when the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X launched, I bought both of them, and I was totally fine with that because I knew I was going to get my money's worth out of both of those consoles, and I have. I had a large back catalog of games that I owned physically. I probably own about 90% of my game library physically. I know I'm in the minority there, but I could pop those games into the new hardware as long as it was backwards compatible, which a lot of them are. And, Xbox, original Xbox, 360, like all of these discs that I bought, some of them 20 years ago, and I could still pop them in and play them. I didn't need to buy them again. And also I have thousands of DVDs and Blu-rays that the console can also play. So again, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of these things. However, PlayStation 6 comes out and it doesn't have a disc drive. Well, I can't play 90% of my games now unless it's on the old hardware. Yeah, sure, that's always a thing. But again, I'm not using the new console then. And I can't use it to watch movies. You don't need it to stream things. Every TV is a smart TV now. So the only reason that I would need a PlayStation 6 is to play PlayStation exclusives, like Spider-Man 3 maybe, if they make it. Yeah, I want to play Spider-Man 3, but is it worth, probably $1,000 price tag for the console, maybe more, $80 price tag for the game, and you don't even get a physical copy. You just get a digital license that you can use until Disney inevitably buys Spider-Man back from Sony and they lose the license and you can't play that game anymore unless you have a disc. So, the whole thing is just really disheartening. I don't like it one bit. But, I buy probably like 6 video games a year. Me not buying a PlayStation 6 is not going to hurt Sony's bottom line at all. Fully aware of that. But I just kind of wanted to tell you guys where my head is at. My only advice to Sony would be, don't come for our Blu-rays. Just leave our precious little optical discs alone, and let us watch our movies. Let us get our physical copies. That's what I really care about. But I do think this is terrible news. Just terrible. And I think another reason this is so important to me is just because of the way myself and many people my age grew up consuming media. And I don't mean the way that we watched movies or the way that we played video games. I mean the way that we literally went out and bought these things as consumers. And I remember going to the store and looking at the glass case full of games, the hundreds of options, and you get the clerk to come over and get the title that you want specifically, and you're so excited. You rip the game open on the car ride home, you read the manual, you read the back of the case, just can't wait to get home, pop the game in, you don't even have to download it, boom, you're playing your new game. And look, I'm fully aware that much of this experience that I just described is gone. It's been gone for over a decade now. And I'm also fully aware that much of this experience was training us at a young age to become mall-walking zombies straight out of Dawn of the Dead. It's no secret we live in this capitalist society just trying to get you to spend as much money as possible. But there was still an inherent fun and freedom in going to the store and picking out the game that you wanted. And to see all of that go away along with physical discs, it really does feel like the final nail in the coffin of just this terrible thing that's been coming. But I don't think it's as inevitable as people make it sound. And I think there's a really, really big conversation that needs to happen about physical media preservation, but also ownership and what that really means. And I think we should keep talking about it.